You're not supposed to be...
I'm investigating the source of that illness that's been spreading around here, and I could use your learned knowledge.
I'm listening.
I came across the symbol of the Kingdom of Jerusalem during my investigation, and I was wondering if you might have any records or anything that might be connected to it.
If memory serves, something should definitely be here. I even dabbled in it myself long ago. We have the legacy of a knight named Boleslav Bavor, who journeyed through the Holy Land and visited Jerusalem. There was some connection to the monastery crypt, if I recall.
Really? Because I actually came across it in the crypt.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, I ran into some laborers down there. From what I gathered, they were trying to rob some of the graves, and they were looking for something tied to the Jerusalem cross.
By Christ, they were after the relic.
What are you talking about? What relic?
There's a possibility that Bavor was buried here along with a certain relic. That's what got me interested back then.
What sort of relic are we talking about?
I don't know exactly, but certainly something very rare. I believe it's linked to Jesus Christ himself, but I can't tell you for sure right now. It's been many years, and even back then I never found anything substantial apart from Bavor's records of his travels. In the end I concluded that the whole tale of the relic was likely just Bavor's own fabrication.
Oh, that's a shame. It was just starting to get interesting. Still, I'd very much like to have a look at the travel records, just in case.
I'll be glad to show them to you, to examine, but first we must report those vile thieves to the abbot.
You're right. The abbot ought to be told, but it's probably not wise to burden him with it now. Right now, we need to deal with the illness. Once things have settled down, we can make sure those thieves get what they deserve. Besides, we've got almost no proof yet. If I manage to investigate the matter of Bavor more thoroughly, I might stumble on something.
Still, it's a serious thing. We mustn't wait too long.
Of course. Once I've gathered the evidence, I'll explain everything to the abbot straight away. And now I'd like to take a proper look at Bavor's travel records.
Of course. Give me a few moments. I'll find them for you. And I believe Bavor's name also appeared in some old accounts. I'll try to track those down too. Here you go. Bavor's travel records about his journey through the Holy Land.
Oh. It really says here that he acquired a holy relic. Let's see how it continues. According to the journal, Bavor had himself buried here with his holy treasure. That sounds pretty clear. Let's see what the accounts say. So Bavor gave the monastery a generous donation and paid for a chapel mural painting. And still, despite all the records and mentions, Crispin had his doubts.
Well, are you...
I read the journal. A lovely tale. It really brought the Holy Land to life.
And?
And it says the relic Bavor acquired was a splinter from the true cross of Christ.
Holy Virgin! Such a sacred treasure!
And according to the book, Sir Boleslav was to be buried with the relic in the monastery crypt.
So it says in the book. I also found my old notes and remembered how it all went back then. I too searched for Bavor's grave. I even dared venture into the crypt, but despite all my efforts, I never found it.
How is that even possible? A grave can't just disappear.
Quite frankly, I don't know. And I didn't know then either. Once I was convinced none of the graves belonged to Bavor, I laid the matter before the abbot, but not our father Jan. This was over 20 years ago when Abbot Vitus held office. May the Lord grant him eternal peace. Together we came to the conclusion that Bavor's tale was likely at least partly, perhaps entirely, made up.
Why would it be made up? Surely Sir Boleslav wouldn't lie about something so serious.
The book's one thing, but there's not a single other mention anywhere. The grave's missing, the relic's nowhere to be found. Can you think of another explanation, then?
The account books mention that Bavor had a sarcophagus made at his own expense.
That's possible. Does it mean anything?
If he paid for it himself, there had to be a reason. Masonry work like that is no small matter, and it's odd, isn't it? He sorted it all out in detail with the monastery to have his tomb here. Then he wasn't even buried here.
You're right. I never made that connection before.
And then there's the relic. If Bavor had just wanted to raise his reputation with a good story, why claim to have gained something so rare?
Perhaps out of vanity? There's no shortage of that among the nobility.
But his tale's already heroic enough without it. Making up a relic would only draw unwanted attention.
That's a good point. It'd be too risky.
But why would Bavor do that? What would he gain by deceiving everyone here?
If memory serves, he had some disputes over property. Maybe he wanted to improve his reputation.
Well, that's mentioned in the text. But lies wouldn't have helped him. Quite the opposite, if he'd been found out.
You'd be surprised how short-sighted some folk can be. But I agree, something about it doesn't sit right.
And what about the mural mentioned in the accounts? Does it really exist?
Yes, it's in one of the chapel naves. It depicts several scenes from Bavor's alleged adventures.
Well, then that proves Bavor's story wasn't just made up. Surely the abbot back then wouldn't have approved such a mural in the main church if he hadn't believed it was true.
If the former abbot believed Bavor wasn't a liar, but a real hero of the Holy Land, I'll believe him too.
All the more reason I want to see it for myself.
No harm in trying. At the very least, it's a fine piece of work.
Bavor mentions in his journal that he received a great fortune from the King of Cyprus, and the account records say he gave a generous donation to the monastery. Do you think that was made up too?
They confirm at best that Bavor had wealth, not where it came from. According to the late Abbot Vitus, he might have gained that fortune by plundering or as spoils of war, and the tale of the Holy Land was just a cover to mask the dishonorable origin of his riches.
Well, I've never been to the Holy Land, but I've seen plenty of wrongdoings, even here in Bohemia. And if Bavor really wanted to cover up how he got his coin, he could have built a village, built a fortress, or who knows, bought up a mine. He could have done any number of smarter things than spinning a tale about a heroic journey halfway across the world, don't you think?
I'm no expert in fraud, but yes, he chose a rather complicated cover-up if that's what it was.
The crypt has a hidden side chamber, you know.
Excuse me? What chamber?
It had been walled up. In one part of the crypt, the masonry was loose. so I managed to get inside.
I've never heard of anything like that. Perhaps even Abbot Vitus didn't know of it.
I'd say the abbot would definitely have known about something like that. He just didn't tell you. Maybe on purpose.
Where are you going with this?
I'm not sure. Just thinking out loud, really. Don't you think this whole thing is a bit too complicated? Every explanation for why Bavor would lie seems more convoluted than just acknowledging it's true.
Listening to you now, it's like hearing my younger self. And I sound exactly like Abbot Vitus. His view was that Bavor's story was fiction. He told me I'd be better off letting it go.
What exactly did he say?
That I should stop chasing old crusaders and focus on real, meaningful work.
Why didn't you stand your ground?
I couldn't argue with the abbot. What he said went. And I was just a lowly monk, barely past my vows. I had to obey. In time, I learned to let some things lie. Those who dig too deep may uncover what they'd rather not.
I'm not blaming you. But I think it's time we reopened that old inquiry of yours and saw it through. And maybe we'll finally unravel Bavor's mystery together.
If that relic really does exist, and it surfaced now, it'd surely be a sign from the Lord, a sign of hope in these desperate times.
Don't get ahead of yourself. We've not even found Bavor's tomb. Without it, we're stuck.
But you spoke of that hidden chamber in the crypt. If there's any clue, it'll be in there. Take this and study it closely. It's a drawing of Bavor's family coat of arms I came across years ago. According to this, you'll know if it's truly the grave of Sir Boleslav. Yes, the mural in the chapel, paid for by Bavor himself, also bears his coat of arms.
Those workers, if they really were after Bavor, they only had a drawing of the Jerusalem cross. But if he was buried under his family crest, no wonder they opened the wrong graves.
Yes, that could be it. Study that sketch well, so you won't make the same mistake.
Thank you. I'll head off at once.
Just be careful, please. You know the abbot's orders, the disease, all this misfortune.
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
And in the crypt, show respect to the eternal rest of those buried there, especially now, with death haunting the monastery.
What's it like down there?
Heating, filth, damp, stale air.
Any sign of those workers who've gone missing?
Apart from them not being here, nothing. Then let's drop it, shall we?
Master Ludolf said we're not to leave anything unchecked. And I mean to oblige him. I'll give the place another once-over. You take a proper look down below, too. Ludolf's not too happy about those workers.
As you say. Well, if you wanted it that thorough, you could have climbed into this pit yourself.
A bit longer without food, and I'll really start to be grumpy. Abbot Vitus. Crispin mentioned him. Let's hope he forgives us for digging into Bavor's story again. A crozier and mitre. That'll be an abbot's tomb. Abbot Uldericus. But no sign of Bavor. Some past abbot's tomb. Maybe even Heinrich. Nice. Good thing I've got the hood. Sarcophagus of a nobleman, disturbed by those workers. Most likely because of the large cross, but Bavor ought to be buried under an arrow crest. Looks more like an abbot's tomb from the carving. Good thing. I'll be shifting that rubble for days on my own. This one's rather worn down. I think I can make out the abbot's symbol. Bavor's crest. So it's true. What? That's not Bavor. I need to tell Crispin. Bloody hell. God have mercy on your soul. Looks like this one was shadowing me in the crypt. But how the hell did he get into the monastery? Holy relics hidden in barrels of olives. Just like he wrote in his travel records. And the attack by Mamluk bandits. No doubt Bavor had courage aplenty. King of Cyprus, Knight Bavor, and his relic. Though that shield looks a bit different than the one in Crispin's sketch. Almost the same, only on the mural it's got that inner scutcheon added. They gave a lot of space to Bavor's crest and his elevation, likely at the knight's own request, and the crest's all in one, with an angel and the relic. That must mean something. The start of Bavor's journey. That's probably Venice and Jerusalem.
can't get in there now. Ah,
Brother Crispin?
Henry, I searched through the archives again to see if I might still find something on Bavor, but so far nothing. And your search in the crypt? Did you dare go down there?
I dared. And more than that, I truly did find Bavor's sarcophagus in the hidden chamber.
By all the saints. And the relic? Was it there?
No. I was hoping, but I don't think it's that simple. There's a sarcophagus with Bavor's crest, but Bavor isn't the one lying in it.
What? You?
I had to know. Judging by the robes, I'd say it's an abbot or some other high-ranking cleric.
Good Lord, that's truly strange.
I swear it's true. But now I haven't the faintest idea what to do next. I was kinda hoping you might come up with an explanation. That chamber looked untouched for years.
Explanations do come to mind, but they're purely speculation. It's possible Bavor was never buried here at all. Or perhaps his grave was moved.
The tomb wasn't empty. There was someone else inside. That does make the idea of relocation more likely.
And if, as you say, the sarcophagus was marked with Bavor's coat of arms, I'm inclined to agree.
But why would anyone move him? Isn't that against God's will or something?
There are reasons for it. They're internal matters of the monastery. I shouldn't be discussing them with a layman.
Come on, Crispin. We're searching for Bavor together. Surely you can make an exception. Just forget for a moment I'm not a monk like you, and tell me what you know. Please.
Oh, very well. Since you're so insistent, to be laid to rest in the monastery crypt near the altar is the best one can hope for the soul of the departed. Normally such places are reserved for abbots, but this privilege can be granted to others in rare cases.
That would explain why Bavor might be buried there, but not why he isn't.
I'm getting to that. A place of such honor may be given for great deeds, or a truly generous donation. But if the person has been dead for a long time, and has no surviving kin to speak for him, then it's possible the body may be moved, to make way for a deceased abbot, or a potential new benefactor.
It's dreadful. It's just plain profiteering.
I agree. But as someone once said, in a land of merchants, it's no easy task to tend the Lord's house. Still, the deceased isn't simply tossed aside. He's respectfully moved to another resting place, just not as prestigious.
Right. But that brings us back to the question. So where could they have moved Bavor to?
Most likely to the consecrated field next to the monastery, or the graveyard by the infirmary church of St. Cosmas and Damian.
Hang on. That consecrated field is enormous. I'll be searching for weeks, and I can't even get in there now. Better to scout the infirmary church first.
God be with you, Henry. I hope you manage to find Bavor at last.
I saw that mural of Bavor you spoke of, and I think I noticed something slightly unusual.
Ah? Really? What was it?
That Bavor crest. In the mural, it's shown differently from your sketch. Seems to be the elevated version, as mentioned in the travel records, with the inner escutcheon. And on it is the Jerusalem cross. There's also an angel. And Bavor had himself depicted holding the relic. It looked to me like Bavor had the layout made very deliberately.
I must have missed that. Or perhaps I've simply forgotten. But you're right, it does sound rather deliberate.
Indeed. But I still don't know what to make of it.
Bavor clearly put a great deal of thought into his burial. That depiction isn't just a coincidence or some artist's fancy. It was Bavor's intention, and there's certainly a hidden meaning in it.
I'll ponder it on my way to the infirmary graveyard. bit neglected, but otherwise a nice place for one's final rest. I hope I find Bavor here, so I don't have to search the whole consecrated field. A nobleman. He must have had luck, or a purse full of groschen to be buried within monastery walls. May the Lord Christ watch over your house, brave sir. All these dead are starting to make me uneasy. Memento mori. Going by the crest, this was someone noble, but not Bavor. Boleslav's crest! At last! Let's hope its lord lies somewhere nearby. Oh, my back! And the rest. I hope this is it. Let's see if I understood it right. By all the saints. Praise be to thee, Almighty Lord, and praise be to thee, merciful Christ, who suffered on the cross for us. Thank you for remembering us sinners in this time of trial, and for letting me find this treasure.
Amen. Nice choice of last words. And I'll be taking... Nice choice of last words. And I'll be taking that treasure.
Drop your weapons! There's been enough evil done here already.
There'd have been a lot less if you'd kept your nose out of it. Get him! Take the relic from him! I'll kill you!
Victory!
Aye! Fuck that! I'm all yours!
Take that! I'll rip your arse open! Jesus Christ! What the fuck are you? A butcher? Ha!
Come on then! Ha! I'll beat you to a bloody pulp!
Forgive me, Master Bavor. You won't be needing it anymore. My God. A Crusader's sword that saw the Holy Land. A true honor.
Height! I got word there was a fight here. What in the Virgin Mary's name happened?
They attacked me. I was only defending myself.
On monastery grounds? That's most serious. The abbot must be informed without delay. The brothers will escort you to him. I'll look around a bit more and join you soon. I also want to hear what you've got to say. I hate to interrupt your grace, but something's happened that urgently requires your attention.
Did you bring more news from Masters Albic and Zacharias? How fare our sick?
No, my lord. I've brought Henry here because we apprehended him in the infirmary graveyard. There was a fight. 3 men were killed, and the grave of the bearer of the arrow crest was looted.
Boleslav Bavor? I was just telling his grace about him. The relic. Was it there?
Sadly not. Brother Crispin doubted the relic's existence from the beginning. And I'm afraid I must agree with him now.
I had begun to hope we'd truly find it. But yes, we were chasing a dodgy lead from the start.
Well, at least we tracked down Bavor's grave.
Truly? You wouldn't lie about something so serious, would you?
I speak the truth, Your Grace. I had to be sure. That's the only reason I disturbed Bavor's grave. I beg your forgiveness, but I swear, Bavor didn't have the relic with him.
But what about the open compartment on his tomb?
It was empty. I'd have missed it myself, if not for the mural in the church. Which only made the disappointment worse. Either the relic was never there, or someone took it long before I arrived. But I'd say it was just a myth. If a relic like that ever came here, certainly there'd be a record. Someone would know. Am I right, Your Grace?
I've never heard anything of the sort from my predecessors.
Nor I. I searched high and low, but found nothing. And it seems unlikely Bavor could have placed a relic in his sarcophagus without anyone knowing.
Then that just leaves the matter of the attackers.
Security in the monastery is your responsibility, Ludolf. How could they have got in?
Please accept my apology, Your Grace. The grounds are vast and complex, and with our numbers we simply can't guard it all. I take full responsibility and will do everything in our power to ensure this doesn't happen again.
Very well. I trust you'll keep your word, and there'll be no more such surprises. Now, please escort Henry to the infirmary. I must take time to reflect on all of this.
Well, here we are. The Lord be with you, Henry.
What do you want?
There's a lot of you here. Which one of you is Elijah?
Mother Mary, full of grace.
Psst, keep your voice
plead
down.
to your Son
Elijah isn't
for
here.
us. Lord, him.
If Elijah isn't here, where can I find him?
I saw him this morning staggering off to the cellar. It looked like he'd been through a lot and could barely walk.
Thanks. I'll go and have a look.
God be with you.
Blood of Christ, quench me. Christ, strengthen me.
He's blind drunk. He can barely speak. Are you with me? I've got something to perk you up a bit.
What is it? Schnapps?
We're out of schnapps. So stop whining and drink.
Oh, bloody awful stuff.
So, feeling any better?
Better? I wish. Oh, it's all coming back to me.
That's good. I need to know what happened during the night.
I don't want to talk about it. Don't make me.
I get it. You don't want to remember. I've seen some nasty things too. But sometimes it helps to talk to someone. It's definitely better than drowning your wits in schnapps.
Well, all right. What do you want to know?
How did you even notice the fire? What were you doing outside?
I couldn't sleep, so I went for a walk. It was just chance.
Like you said, it's lucky you were there.
Hardly. If I hadn't known, at least I would have slept in peace.
Did you see anyone else at the fire?
No. No. Just the dog was there.
The dog?
That's how I noticed the fire. The dog was darting about, barking like mad, so I thought there was someone inside. Someone alive.
When you dragged out those two bodies, what did you do then?
While I was pulling out the second one, other people had noticed the fire. One of the knights grabbed me and started yelling that I was the arsonist. Luckily, he saw the bodies and how I was covered in, well, the same filth they were. Then the people from the monastery came. They sent me away and took the bodies off somewhere. I don't know what happened after that.
I need to ask about the dead, too. Did you notice anything odd about them?
I couldn't see much. It was as dark as a sinner's soul. But they were soaked. Soaked to the bone. And also, how to say it? Filthy. Both of them.
Filthy from what?
From shit.
Right. That can happen after death.
No, I mean they were completely covered in it. Like someone had dunked them in it. Oh.
Are you sure they were already dead when you pulled them out?
Aye.
And may I ask how you knew?
When I carried them out, I thought I'd roast alive in seconds. But they were cold as ice. And one of them was already stiff as a board. When I laid him down, he just crunched. Oh.
Do you have any idea who those two were?
I've no idea. It was dark. I couldn't see their faces. Thank God. As it is, I'll be dreaming about this for a long time.
Thanks. I'll leave you be now.
Wait, I've no idea what to do with myself. I thought I'd finally do something right for once in my life. And how did I end up? Covered in shit, face burned, and humiliated. I'd rather never step outside the door again.
You couldn't have known they were dead.
It's just, I'm already the laughing stock of the whole place. Half the monastery knows I drink, and the abbot surely knows too. I'm just waiting for them to throw me out.
After what you did last night, no one's going to throw you out. You behaved like a proper hero.
You think so? Well, thanks. Hey, look, I haven't told anyone, but I found this key during the night. I've no idea whose it is, but maybe you'll find it useful.
Thanks. much left of the shed. Elijah had more luck than sense. A torch? Damn, this wasn't an accident. Someone torched the shed to cover their tracks. At least this grill is here. Rough cloth, badly charred, and bits of leather. Probably used as knee protection for work. Oil. It burns like the devil. No wonder there's barely anything left of the shed. Wine? Could Elijah have lost it here?
If you crawl back here, you'll get the strap. Bloody flea-ridden mutt. Did I imagine it? I heard it coming from here. Shoot, you flea... Nothing.
Right then, where to begin? I'll start with the younger one. Muscle stiff, but the body looks supple. What's that in his hair? Better mind my fingers. Rigor mortis is wearing off. He can't have been dead more than a few hours. He vomited up his guts before he died. Just like that old confessor. It's all clumped together. Looks like flour, or maybe lime. Yeah, it's flour. Ugh. Bruising, some dried blood, but no broken bones. Those bruises are odd. Regular. Almost perfectly circular. Looks like cupping marks. Someone might have tried to ease a fever or pain. He's young, but his hands are a mess. Covered in scars, nails broken, looks like hard labour. And 2 workers did go missing. That can't be a coincidence. I don't see anything odd here. Ribs intact, belly soft, no sign of violent death, just his back and hips are badly scraped. No blood, like he was dragged over gravel after he died. A few old scars, gravel embedded in both knees, and blood around the groin. Barely dried. Could it have leaked out after death? Mixed with bowel contents. Bloody diarrhea. Like with the infection. Now for the older one. Pale, sunken eyes, missing some teeth, though that might just be age. But that hole in his head is someone's doing. Small, round, clean, like it was drilled. I've heard of that method before, used in cases of unbearable headache or seizures. But who'd try that outside the infirmary? Completely stiff. Clenched tight, like he was ready for a fight. Rigor mortis well advanced. Died long before the fire. Skin's badly scratched. And there's a thorn stuck here. Maybe a rose? Stiff as a board. But no broken bones. Back and shoulders all scratched up. Like he was dragged through brambles. And around his neck and chest, he's got red blotches on the skin. Those blotches look familiar. They're a bit like the ones on that old confessor. Looks like this poor wretch caught the same thing. Knees are scraped and scarred. He must have worked hard in his life. Well, what's clear is they didn't die in that burning hut. More likely they succumbed to the infection spreading in the monastery. The symptoms matched perfectly. Either way, it wasn't a cold-blooded murder. Someone tried to treat them, brutally, but still. And it didn't work. Someone must have hauled the bodies into that shed. And it left marks on them. It might be possible to trace where they came from.
Shoot, you fleabag!
Overturned sacks, soaked ground. So that's why the dead man had flour in his hair. That's one deep rut. Whoever dragged them, the poor wretches gave him a rough time. Now I get what Elijah was talking about. Ugh. Ugh. That's disgusting. But there's no other way. A cart and rose bushes. If he dragged them through the ditch, no wonder they were in such a state. Wheel tracks, headed that way towards the gate. Something's jammed in the lock. There's no way I can pick it. This way won't work. I'll have to find another route. The tracks are clear. That cart was bloody heavy. Cart tracks lead to the herbalists. Maybe Joachim knows more. Poor beast. Who did this to you? What in damnation is going on there?
You said they were better. Were you lying or just that stupid?
They took a turn for the worse. It came out of nowhere, and there was no saving them.
And those books I got for you. You've half the monastery's library in here. Did you even bother looking at them?
I read every one, but I've told you 100 times, I am not a physician. I don't know what you all expected from me.
You were supposed to use your head, damn it. Now everyone and their dog is sniffing around here.
I couldn't just...
I thought I made myself clear. They stay here, you don't leave, and nobody must know a thing.
But what was I supposed to do? Your master...
Provided you with everything you needed, and paid you generously. Or am I wrong? What about that fire? Were you just covering your ass, or planning to rat on us too?
They were infected. For the sake of everyone in the monastery, I did what had to be done.
Doing what has to be done. For everyone's sake. Dennis!
A dead man!
Is it really worth it to you?
What the fuck was that?
You won't save Albich anyway. You just had to go snooping, eh?
Did you?
He's gone. Hold on. I'll fetch help.
Don't trouble yourself, son. But please, stay.
No. No, I'll run for Albich.
Pray with me. The Lord will soon welcome me.
All right. But I need to ask you something first.
Yes?
Did you try to treat those poor souls yourself?
I did my best. On the orders of Master Zacharias, I tried everything, even against their will. But either the sickness had advanced too far, or I simply lacked the knowledge.
Why did you set the shed alight? Were you trying to get rid of the bodies?
Get rid of them? No. But should they rot under my roof? I only hoped the fire would consume them, and that'd be the end of it.
All right. And now the prayer.
Our Father, who art in heaven.
Oh, Christ above. Go with God. Amen.
What are you doing?
To your health, my friend. Hopefully the worst is behind us.
May not a drop go to waste.
You rats! Hey! Henry! It was his fault those two died. He was the first to know about the epidemic, and he tried to keep everything hushed up. He blackmailed the herbalist to hide them and treat them at his place. And when those bodies were found, what did he do? He sent that lackey of his to get rid of him.
Joachim is
Dead. And that Dinesh of yours too. So now you kill me. Give me just one more reason. Albik? Albik, what is it?
If I were you, I'd hold back a while. For everyone's sake.
You poisoned him? Why?
Calm down. He's still breathing.
What do you mean, still?
Whether he survives is up to you, and whether you're finally willing to cooperate.
You're mad. You want me to help you? Now? After all this?
If you're looking for someone to blame, try yourself. None of this would have happened if you hadn't kept getting in my way.
Don't try that on me. I thought you and Albik were friends. He never did anything to deserve this.
Albik may not realize it, but half his shining reputation is thanks to me. Next to someone young and inexperienced, it's easy to look like a master. You saw it yourself. Even the Right Reverend didn't trust me. Me, royal physician to King Sigismund. But once Master Albik showed up, suddenly everything was different. And all he had to do was repeat the same things I'd already said.
So you only pretended to be his friend? All the while you looked down on him? Speak, traitor. What do you want from me?
I want Albik's closely guarded records on the treatment of King Wenceslas.
What? Why?
Don't play dumb. Albik spent a lot of time with him. I want to know what he wrote down.
So, it was you who turned our chamber upside down?
Me? No, that was Dinesh.
You swine. Albik confided in you that he had them, and you poisoned him so that...
I was hoping to frighten him. Maybe he'd give them to me for safekeeping. But the mad old fool went and hid them somewhere. So I need you to find them.
And if I bring you the records, you'll give me the antidote?
Not so fast. There's one more thing. Something King Sigismund himself would greatly value. Apparently, somewhere in this monastery, there's a relic from the Holy Land, brought here years ago by a knight.
And that's what those workers were after. But they failed.
Morons.
I've no idea what you're on about. Sigismund wants you to find some relic for him.
King Sigismund knows a legend of Sir Boleslav Bavor of Blatna, who brought a relic from the Holy Land to Bohemia. What he doesn't know is that Sir Boleslav was buried with it, right here in the monastery.
So you plan to present it to him on a golden platter and hand it over in exchange for a medal and a fat reward?
Something like that. I have good reason to believe the relic is of great value to the king. Once you've got the relic and the records, come to the church. We'll meet there. And one last piece of advice. Hurry. The substance acts slowly, but the longer you make Albik wait, the worse the consequences.
And what's to stop me grabbing you by the neck, beating the antidote out of you, and dragging you to the abbot?
The fact I'm not a fool. I haven't got the antidote on me, so we can go to the abbot and spend hours blaming each other. Meanwhile, Albic will die right here on the cold ground in a puddle of his own vomit. If he's to survive, we do this my way. Do we understand each other?
You miserable bloody bastard. I'll do it, but only for Albic's sake.
I expected nothing less.
Henry, the record there, behind the scales.
What? What scales? Albic? I can't just hand the real records over to Zacharias.
Henry, there's something wrong. I just saw Master Zacharias. He nearly knocked me over, then ran.
Benedict, I need you to...
Is it about Master Albic?
You've already seen him?
I heard groaning and thought I'd better check his room. He couldn't tell me what hurts, but it didn't seem like the illness that's going around.
Albic isn't infected. Zacharias poisoned him.
Poison? Lord, have mercy.
Could you take care of him? I need to get the antidote and settle things with Zacharias.
Of course. May God protect you.
Actually, one more thing. Does the phrase, behind the scales, mean anything to you?
The scales. Well, it's a symbol of justice. The Archangel Michael is often depicted on Judgment Day holding scales. Why do you ask?
Albich whispered it to me. I hoped he was trying to give me a clue, point me to somewhere he hid something. Only, with the curfew, he couldn't have left the infirmary.
Unless... Unless? I just remembered Albic did actually leave once. It was a few days ago, and he asked me not to tell anyone.
Really? Do you know where he went?
He wanted to speak personally with the Right Reverend Father Jan.
But he's been warning us all along to stay away from him.
I thought it strange too, but that's all I know.
Even so, you've helped me. Thank you. So this is where they put the altar Voitor and I painted. Beautiful work. I'm sure people won't forget the name Voitor anytime soon.
suffering of Christ, strengthen me.
Looks like someone's not hungry. Everything all right?
Go. Just go, please.
I don't mean to disturb you. I just wondered if something had happened. Do you need help?
All right. Just give me a moment.
What's the matter?
The brothers have kept their distance ever since the monastery was closed. But I haven't seen you here before.
My name's Henry. I came with Master Albie. And it seems like just in time.
You're right. Forgive me. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name's Vincent.
Nice to meet you. Say, Vincent, I heard you all the way from the hall. Did something happen?
I can't.
You shouldn't bottle it up. What's the point of avoiding the illness if you're just going to waste away in here?
I haven't told a soul about it yet. I was afraid they'd take it the wrong way.
I'm neither a confessor nor a friar. Whatever it is, I'm not going to judge you.
I don't know why, but I feel like I can trust you. Maybe it was divine providence that led you to me, but you have to promise me you won't speak of it in front of the others.
Of course. I promise.
Have you ever had frightening dreams, Henry?
You mean nightmares?
Something like that. When you're haunted in your sleep by visions full of horror and despair.
Aye. Sometimes grim memories come flooding back in my sleep. And I always feel relieved when I wake up in the morning.
So you understand me. But this is something a bit different. Imagine waking up from sleep. You're lucid. Your eyes can open.
I think I can manage that.
But the dream doesn't fade. Your mind is awake, but your body can't move. You want to scream, call for help, but you can't make a sound. What would you do in that moment?
And this happened to you? You woke up and couldn't move?
Not just that. Far worse. I began to pray silently, begging the Lord to free me from that prison. But the more I focused, the more it felt like I was burning in the flames of hell. Usually, those invisible chains release me in time, but other times...
You mean to tell me it's happened to you more than once?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I saw a white light slowly filling my cell, but other times I was surrounded by a heavy red mist. Satan sent his servants to shake the foundations of my faith.
Servants of Satan? You saw them?
Last night, one of them revealed itself to me. It was a succubus. Begone, Satan, never tempt me with your vanities. What you offer me is evil. Drink the poison yourself.
And what happened then?
My faith was strong. I turned to the Archangel Michael to help me in the fight against the forces of darkness. But now I'm afraid to fall asleep. He's waiting for me, and he'll strike again.
I understand your fear. Everyone's on edge here, but you have even more reason to be. I could pray with you, if you'd like.
Yes. Let us pray.
Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray.
O Prince of the heavenly hosts, by the power of God, thrust into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world, seeking the ruin of souls.
Amen. I think you can rest easy. Maybe it's the devil himself tempting you. But resisting his lures, avoiding evil and doing good, that's our calling. You're more honest in faith than most folk I've met, including priests.
If this is a test of faith, I'll do everything I can to pass it.
Has this ever happened to you before?
Now that I think about it, yes. A long time ago when I was a lad, before I entered the monastic life, something sat on my chest at night. I couldn't move or cry out. It was shortly after my father died. He passed suddenly. I took it hard back then.
I know what it's like to lose a parent. I'm sorry.
It was a long time ago.
What did the demon look like?
It was a succubus. It takes the form of a woman to awaken desire in men and lead them astray.
What do you mean, lead them astray?
Well, she tempts you to sin.
I've met women like that too.
That's not amusing.
Sorry. Bad joke. Try this decoction. It might help. It might not drive away the devil himself, but at least you'll get some rest.
I hope you're right. Thank you.
How are you feeling now?
As if all fear has left me, at least for a while. Thank you, Henry. Selflessly aiding one's neighbor is a great virtue.
I'm glad we had this talk too.
Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there am I in the midst of them.
I think I've heard that one before. Take care, Vincent.
God be with you.
Saint Wenceslas, King of Bohemia, and you, Saint Ludmilla, plead with Christ to have mercy on us. Turn away his wrath from us.
Christ almighty.
There are scales here too. In the hand of Archangel Michael. Those are the records. Lord Almighty. Thank you. Crispin, I wanted to thank you for helping me look for Bavor.
It was not only an honor, lad, but a pleasure.
And for that very reason, I must tell you one more thing. Behind those workers, the armed men who ambushed me in the graveyard, and really behind all our misfortune, was Zacharias.
By all the saints. But that... how did you find out?
The worst possible way. He poisoned Master Albic, and will let him die unless I give him Bavor's relic. That's what he was after all along.
Merciful Christ, be with us. Such treacherous villainy. But wait a moment. You told the abbot you hadn't found the relic.
Yes, that was a lie. Forgive me. I thought it would be better to keep it to myself. So Albic and I could get to the bottom of the plot. And this is what it has come to. But we can still put it all right. And I won't stop until I do. That I promise you. I just wanted you to know the whole truth. Whatever happens.
I thank you for your trust. And you have mine. Then go, quickly, and save Master Albic. I'll be with you in prayer. May Albic's life be spared, and the traitor not escape justice.
I've got a bit of an odd question.
That doesn't surprise me. We live in strange times, brother.
Well, that's for certain. But if I wanted to make a book or a document that matched the original as closely as possible, what should I be careful about?
Why are you asking?
Brother, I'm speaking to you scholar to scholar, and I won't take much of your time. In my studies, I came across certain writings with rather intriguing ideas. I'd like to spread them beyond the walls of this monastery.
A most noble idea, brother. I shall advise you. You must make sure to choose matching covers and the same type of parchment. If you have the original in front of you, it shouldn't be hard to imitate the script and style.
Covers? Parchment? Where would I find such things?
That I truly don't know. Here in the library we only have very basic parchment. It depends what exactly you need. Perhaps in town some scriptoriums might be better equipped.
Scriptoriums? Right. Thanks. Kitty! Kitty! Maybe I should read the real records first. Goodness. No wonder Albic guarded them so closely. There's a lot here that could be used against the king. So, how to go about it? These records should definitely resemble the original as closely as possible, so they look right at first glance. How would such a document begin, I wonder? In the records I've read, Albic didn't address the king directly and kept things factual. Albic would surely write to the king with great reverence and humility. He'd greet him in some grand manner. Well, what next? I suppose I should get straight to what's troubling the king. But what might that be? The records mention headaches and stomach pain. I heard the king's got a cough. What would Albica prescribe for that? The most important thing is to rest. My mother always said, a proper sleep's more useful and cheaper than any healer. Right, that's about halfway. What next? Sigismund is surely wondering why King Wenceslas has no heirs, and Albic knows that King Wenceslas is infertile. Well, I could write something like, he's got a bastard child and fears admitting it. After all, he wouldn't be the first or the last, would he, Sir Radzig? Right, that's sorted. And how to end it? Maybe some general recommendation? Something clever in Latin? That's what I'd expect from someone so learned. But what? What about mens sana in corpore sano? A sound mind in a sound body? Well, hopefully that'll do.
Do you have it? Good to see you keep your word.
I hope you'll do the same.
You did the right thing. It'd be a shame to let someone like Albec die so... disgracefully. But first things first. Do you have the relic?
I do. Here it is.
Christ. Truly. Dear God. It's unbelievable. Sigismund, he... Yes, but... Also, hand me the records.
There. Let's hope they're worth the hellish torment you've got coming.
That fit. But this... Albec wrote this? Did you tamper with those records? Tear out pages? Add anything?
Why would I? You'd have seen through it straight away anyway. I, who not long ago couldn't even write, forged the Master's records. Well enough to fool a learned man like you.
Then Albec must have done something to them. That'd be just like him. Bloody hell. But in that case, he mustn't die before I can speak with him.
Get up!
Men, hold them back!
Stop this madness! This is the house of God!
Show what you're made of. Oh, you son of a bitch! Take that fucker out, damn it! I'll smash your face!
The door's open. This way. Oh, damn it. Where now?
I'll tell you a new arsehole, you fucker!
The door's open. This way. Oh, damn it. Where now?
Kurva, I'm wounded!
Fucking hell!
Show what you're made of!
Show your stuff!
Fuck you! I'm all yours! Christ, I'm hit! Kurva, I'm wounded! You won't get me! Show what you're made of!
Give up! It's over.
You. If it wasn't for you, none of this would have happened!
But what?
But we can still fix this. We can still help everyone!
I don't believe a word you say. Give me that antidote and surrender.
And then what? You take the only thing you need, and then you kill me, like you did Dinesh. Or you arrest me, and you hand me over to Sigismund. You know very well what you'll do to me.
This has to stop. Enough people have died already. Now give me that antidote.
I can't. I can't disappoint Sigismund again. I'd rather take my chances with you.
Zacharias.
At last, peace. Ironic, don't you think?
Why? Why all this?
I had no choice. Sigismund. I couldn't fail him again.
What's Sigismund got to do with it?
I couldn't help him. And he doesn't forgive failure. Not in himself. And even less so in others.
What was it you couldn't help Sigismund with?
That's between me, His Majesty, and soon, God.
Don't you want to ease your conscience?
And what would be the point?
So you could finally leave it all behind.
But that wouldn't ease my conscience.
Maybe not. But aren't you tired of all the secrets? Don't you want to be rid of them, once and for all?
Oh, there's something to that. So, if you really want to know, I couldn't help him. With an heir.
Sigismund is infertile.
Their whole line is cursed with it. That never occurred to you. Wenceslas has no heirs either. Well, at least no legitimate ones. And Albec knows that all too well.
Why did you want the relic? What would Sigismund even do with it?
Sigismund. He's unable to father an heir. I tried to treat it somehow, but it was all in vain, and his patience was wearing thin. So I turned to God, with God's help. Perhaps Sigismund would finally succeed, and I'd win back his trust.
Why did you want Wenceslas's records from me?
Don't you get it? I wanted to know how Albec treats Wenceslas. His infertility, and Sigismund would certainly appreciate it if I told him all the secrets of Wenceslas's health. Maybe then he'd give me another chance.
If there's anything else you want to say, now's the time.
I'd like to, but I can't. It hurts. I can't speak anymore.
Here. This'll ease the pain.
Thank you.
So what was it you wanted to tell me?
I didn't want any of this to happen.
You've already said that.
I mean all of it. Even before the Sigismund, I was so happy when he made me his court physician. I was so grateful to Albec. But then, when he found out I knew about poisons, at first it was just once. But then he kept asking for more. And then he didn't ask. He ordered. I didn't want to be a wicked man.
Why are you telling me this?
So you'll live better than I did. So you'll always think carefully about who you serve.
Give me the antidote.
Don't worry. Soon, you'll be able to take it yourself.
Now all that awaits you is God's judgment, Zacharias.
I'm afraid.
As you should be.
Will you pray for me, please?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. Amen.
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 Amen. Henry.
Everyone standing here is here thanks to you.
Well, your words please me. But you're wrong. I may have helped heal them, but I wouldn't even be here myself without you. I can't imagine how it all would have turned out if not for you and your courage.
You should be grateful to Lord Pisek. He was the one who insisted I go with you. I just carried out my task.
You're right. At least in that Peter has a good eye for who to trust. Unlike me.
You're thinking of Zacharias?
How could I have been so foolish?
Well, he was your friend, after all. You couldn't have known what he'd become. Or what he'd be capable of. Did you really know him as well as you thought?
Did I know him well? Do you know how Zacharias even got his position at court? It was I who recommended him to Sigismund to be appointed his personal physician. I handed Zacharias straight into the usurper's clutches. The venomous vipers writhing at the feet of the self-proclaimed king surely influenced him.
We probably should have expected it. He was loyal to Sigismund through and through, and that says something.
Time will tell. Right now, I don't even know what to think.
What will you do now? Return to Kuttenberg?
Yes, just as soon as I get that letter of recommendation from Father Jan to Sigismund, so I can visit King Wenceslas.
I think he owes you that, after everything you've done for the monastery. You risked your own neck.
Unwillingly. But it still makes a strong argument in my favor.
Sigismund is holding Wenceslas in Vienna. Will you head straight there, then?
I promised Father Jan I'd accompany him to an important council meeting soon. And what about you, Henry? What's next for you?
Well, there's still plenty of work for me to do here.
Be glad. The devil makes work for idle hands.
I'll go and speak with the others.
I won't keep you. Perhaps we'll meet again someday.
It was an honor to meet you, Master. Take care.
Likewise, Henry. God be with you.
I suppose you're getting ready to leave us?
Yes. It's time I returned.
I'm sorry to hear that. You and Albec helped us so much. God knows how many brothers would no longer be with us were it not for Albec's treatment. And that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't found the antidote for him. Albec owes you his life, Henry.
Will I be allowed to visit the monastery again someday?
Of course. You'll always be welcome here.
What will become of the monastery now? The sickness has passed, but still...
Still, we'll feel its consequences for a long time to come. Once the people hear of it, pilgrims will avoid the monastery for a time. We were struggling already. But without their offerings, we'll have to cut back.
But the relic we found might help. It'll attract new pilgrims.
If it's truly genuine.
You don't believe it is?
I'm just being cautious. Do you know how many such relics are sold around the world? I don't want to insult the sacrifice of the Son of God by displaying some common splinter in his temple.
I suppose I'll be going now.
Hopefully we'll meet again soon.
Wait. Same Christ.